Hey, what's up, guys? It's your boy, Brahat Magadi, back with some more of the. Oh, I almost said the choice is yours. I said that in the video before, and yeah, I was real mad that I messed that up, but choices that matter, and the sun went out. And when we last left off, I believe we were in Turkey to meet with Etienne, and since there's voting going on, we're gonna go to a major city, like I believe we're going to Istanbul by train. And so yeah, we're heading there. So I chose to hold my bag because some suspicious stuff has already happened. So yeah, let's continue. Oh, hold on. Actually, I need to pull out my timer. But yeah. I twiddled my thumbs. I twiddled my thumbs for several more minutes, and then was delighted for the chance to continue twiddling my thumbs, but this time with great views. The train pulled out of the station, and we were off. The city was packed with a glorious array of architectural styles, from modern to first-century Muslim to Gothic and neoclassical. Ooh, I drank it in. Moti made an excellent tour guide despite never having been to Turkey before. It was Moti that told me when we were passing a particularly interesting building, and I snapped pictures and asked questions as if I was a tourist. Sadly, that state of affairs couldn't last. Moti fell silent and I fell asleep. I awake in a panic, not knowing which Turkish city was around me or how had we already crossed the land bridge to Europe. Moti, where are we? I have received no word from Etienne in the last 40 minutes, teacher. Oh god. This is our third stop inside Antalya. Oh, I said with a dawning horror. How many stops are there altogether? There are 27 more train stops between here and central Istanbul. The journey would take a long time. I recommend you relax. Thank you, Moti, I said absently. I watched the city of Antalya thin out and disappear, and I wondered aloud if I should say goodbye or apologize for not bothering to stay longer. Both, if that is what you feel is the right thing to do. It's bad enough that I'm constantly talking to you, Moti. Okay, Moti, I will. I'm not gonna be rude to Moti, even though he's been rude to me. Goodbye, Antalya, I said quietly. I'm sorry I wasn't able to take time to get to know you better. Goodbye, Antalya. Did he update again? Or was that the last update that he had? I felt foolish, but Moti seemed genuinely upset. Moti, saying goodbye was just a silly superstitious thing to do. Don't be sad about it. The city doesn't have any consciousness to let it feel sad or lonely. Are you making a joke, teacher? No, I said. I was just stating a fact. The city of Antalya is large and vibrant. Of course it has an echo. What? Moti, I said slowly, I don't understand what you're talking about. Please, can you explain what you mean by an echo? You want me to teach you? I laughed. Yes, Moti, that's exactly what I want. Moti, just tell me, please. Just tell me. Reality is more complicated than you can see or touch. There is another plane of existence which is just as important as the physical plane. On that plane, souls exist just as they do here. Sometimes they look different, like the owls. The owls look like fireflies to you. Are you sure you do not already know this, teacher? What? I rubbed my forehead, trying to take it in. It sounded like nonsense, except that I'd seen the owls for myself. So everything has a soul. People, owls, whole cities? What the hell? Not everything. People, owls, stars. A lot of things. What else do you know that you haven't told me? What does this have to do with the sun going out? What else do you know that you haven't told me? I do not know. You're still the teacher. Huh? I said. Well, thanks, Moti. Our train was pulling up at yet another stop. We were finally on the outskirts of Antalya, and the last houses were giving way to fields. The overwhelming color of the fields was brown. I had a bad feeling that agriculture around the world would take years to recover from the 3 weeks without sunlight. Dang, everything is dying, bro. There was a kerfuffle. A kerfuffle? Dang, I have never heard anyone use that word before. There was a kerfuffle on the platform, and a woman was restrained by security as she tried to board our train without a ticket. As we pulled away, she stopped struggling and went limp, allowing the station guards to set her back on her feet and let her go. Moments later, she bolted away. Moti, did you see why that woman was acting so strangely? Why was she... What? Her son broke away from her and stowed away on our train. She was unable to follow him, and the guards misunderstood her intentions. Oh, no! There's a lost boy on this train, I repeated, incredulous. Oh my god. Yes, teacher. Oh, is he old enough to look after himself? I asked, twisting around to look at the other passengers in my carriage. I estimated his age as 12 years. Oh no. He is short and slender for his age with a broken arm. Oh god. I suspect he's much more capable than the average 12-year-old. No, I'm gonna look for the boy. At that moment, a skinny boy with silky black hair and large eyes stumbled into our carriage. He stopped and lifted his hands to the sky. Moti, I found you, he cried in perfect, joyful English. What? Hello, Master Yumi. What? Yumi? Yumi as in the person from Egypt? What? I turned to look at my Moticon, and then back at Yumi. What? Yumi, are you that Egyptian boy? Yumi didn't say a word, but clung to Moti on my wrist. Man, he's gonna try to jack Moti from me. Moti, what's going on? I asked, and how do we get Yumi back to his mother? The next station is 20 minutes away. Perhaps Master Yumi's mother will wait for us there. Why do you call him Master, Moti? I asked. Why does he? What do you mean, teacher? You call everyone else Mister. Why do you refer to Yumi as Master? It is in my protocols. What? Your protocols tell you to call this child Master? What protocols? I do not understand your question. Please phrase it differently. Oh my god, just like actual technology. I could not understand you. Please repeat. I sighed. I wish Professor Soul was still around. He understood Moti a lot more than I did. Good lord. Yumi, have you met my friend Etienne? He was looking for you. Moti, what do you mean Yumi's mother might meet us at the next station? I don't think Yumi's even going to respond to me. Cause like I asked him a clear question, and he didn't respond to me. So I'm gonna say damn. I'm gonna ask Moti. We are not going to leave Master Yumi now that we have found each other, are we? What? I hope not, I said, wondering what I just got myself into. We were drawing close to the next station, so I moved to gather my luggage, not sure what would happen next. It was difficult to negotiate the aisles of the train with Yumi clinging to my wrist. He had drawn attention to Moti, and several people on the train were looking at my Moticon device with frank interest. Oh no. If they knew Moti's genius for maintaining some communications and connectivity despite the global problems with satellites and cables, they would be even more covetous. Piece of hair got stuck in my eye. We made it to the door eventually, and I spotted Yumi's mother standing on the station as we pulled in. She was panting from what must have been a frantic taxi journey and was anxious, twisting a ring on her finger. It wasn't a wedding ring, and she and Yumi did not look alike, so I guess she had adopted him. As soon as the doors opened, I rushed outside, calling out, "Yumi's here, he's safe." She ran to us and embraced her son, bursting into tears. "I'm sorry, Mama," said Yumi. She took a shuddering breath. "Oh, thank you for talking to me, Yumi. I love to hear your voice." "What? Does he? What?" Yumi still hadn't let go of my wrist. His mother registered my presence for the first time and tried to push Yumi behind her. "Who are you and what do you want with my son?" she snarled. "Nothing. He found us." He found us. The woman's face softened. "Yumi has good judgment. I'm sure there's a reason he wanted to meet you." She held out her hand in introduction and I shook it. "I'm Penny," she said. "Yumi's mother." She gave a little shrug. "And yes, I'm British. Yumi and I are going back to my home, but travel is a little tricky at the moment." "I've noticed," I said, feeling awkward that Yumi was still holding on to my wrist. "Yumi, let go, bro. Shake him off." The train whistle blew announced its departure. "Yumi," said Penny, "I think your friend has to go now." Yumi shook his head fiercely and held on tighter to the watch band securing Moti to my wrist. I could catch the next one. She looked at me for a moment, twisting the ring on her finger. "Let's get a coffee in the station house," she said at last. "There's clearly something odd going on between Yumi and your watch." I knelt to address Yumi. "Is it alright if we have a snack with you? I'm not going to hurt you and your mother will be with us." He looked at me but didn't answer. Tears shone in his eyes. "Moti will come too, of course," I said. "Won't you, Moti?" "It is alright, Master Yumi. I will be right next to you." I swear, I don't like you calling him Master. At that, he dropped his head in a nod. "No, don't let him wear Moti. Nope." Tried to engage him in conversation. The child listened to me but didn't say a word. "Don't worry about his silence," said Penny. "It's extremely rare for him to speak at all, even to me." What the hell? What a strange child. I ordered for all of us and tried to watch Yumi without him noticing. The Turkish coffee was incredibly strong, so strong it was actually gritty. Penny watched in fascination as I described it to Moti. "Since when does a watch want to know what food tastes like?" she asked. "I am not a watch. I am Moti." "It's true," I said. "Traveling with Moti isn't like traveling alone." "Moti is like me," Yumi said quietly. "What?" Penny and I exchanged startled glances. "What do you mean, Yumi?" she asked. He looked at her and just smiled. We both know that she is still sad. She? The son? The child laughed at me as if I was asking the question as a joke. "I really don't know what's going on," I said, struggling to control my frustration. "Please, will one of you explain things to me?" Yumi turned away, leaving Moti to answer. Yumi and I understand each other just as we understand the sadness that is causing the sun to disappear. My eyes widened and I struggled to keep my voice steady. "How do we fix it?" "No, please do not ask that question." "Why not?" I asked. "Millions of people will die unless someone figures out the answer." Yumi's large eyes widened and he crept under the table, sobbing hysterically. Penny slid from her chair and embraced him. I heard his muffled voice saying, I'm sorry. What? "Teacher, how could you—" "What did I do? What did I do? I didn't—" "Moti, what did I do, huh? What did I do? What did I do? Huh? I didn't do nothing wrong." "I don't understand. What have I done? Really, what have I done? Explain to me." Penny looked at me from where she comforted her son under the table. "Get away from Yumi. Now." "What did I do?" Oh my god, what did I do? I don't know what I did. Moti, sobbed the boy. Moti stays with me, I said, feeling like the worst human in the world, but we'll be just outside if you want to tell me what I did wrong. I dropped some money on the table, doubting very much it was even acceptable currency in Turkey, and hurried outside. Well, Moti, I said at last, you knew I shouldn't ask Moti about the... You knew I shouldn't ask Yumi about the sun. How did you know? And how can I figure out what he knows if I can't say anything to him? Master Yumi's afraid because he believes he is worthy. What on earth do you mean by worthy? I asked. Really, what do you mean? Come on, bro. You need to elaborate. It means the right kind of sacrifice. Oh, hell no, we ain't killing no kid. Nah, we ain't killing no kid. That ain't happening. That ain't happening, bro. What do you mean, the right kind of sacrifice, I asked. What do you mean? You know what you heard what Mr. Jonathan said before he died? I closed my eyes, wishing I hadn't been there to witness his murder. Remind me. Mr. Jonathan said, I'm not worthy, I'm not willing, this is not a sacrifice. Then he said the sun will return, but not today, not like this. I bowed my head, remembering Jonathan's terror and his sudden passion. My interpretation is that in order for the sun to recover fully, we need a sacrifice who is both willing and worthy. What does worthy even mean? I asked. I do not know, teacher, but Master Yumi believes he is. Absolutely not. That child is not going to become a human sacrifice. That is not happening. I agree, teacher. Master Yumi must not be allowed to become the sacrifice. I looked through the window and saw Yumi sitting at the cafe table once more. His face was stained with tears, but he was no longer crying in terror. Penny caught my glances, nodded permission to return. I went to the boy at once, ignoring the way his mother held onto him more tightly in an unconscious fear reaction. Moti explained everything. I told the boy, I understand your fear, but it is not your job to save us. That task belongs to someone, but not you. I promise not you. Do you understand? I could tell he wanted to believe me, but couldn't quite let go of his instinctive fear. He nodded once, and I accepted that. I know Moti and Yumi would like to stay together, I said to Penny. Would it be acceptable if I tagged along now that I know to watch my stupid mouth? Not stupid, said Penny. I suddenly realized she looked like she hadn't slept in weeks. Being Yumi's mother couldn't be easy. Yes, she said, you can travel with us. Where are you headed? I have a friend waiting for me in Istanbul. Excellent, she said. We're passing through Istanbul on our way back home. My home, that is Liverpool. Oh, I'm from Liverpool. You won't fuck with me. With 4 of us, 3 humans, we booked a private cabin for the next leg of the train journey. Penny and I didn't say it out loud. But neither of us wanted our location accidentally broadcast to the world through some random photo or phone video uploaded to social media. We were living a month almost on top of each other, but we had our own minuscule bathroom which gave us some privacy. I admired Penny's devotion to Yumi and her ability to stay calm under pressure, but being around someone so similar and yet different to me made me crave my true friends. Okay. One evening when Penny was taking a shower and Yumi was sleeping, I watched brown fields pass by out the window. Moti spoke up to let me know he had a connection to a strong phone line. My heart beat fast at once, as if I was about to dance with my high school sweetheart at prom. It was stupid to get so excited over a simple phone call that might not even work. I was desperate to talk to someone I truly cared about and who truly cared about me. Sharon! Call Sharon! Hello, came Sharon's voice. Ron, I cried, it's really you. In the flesh, she said, more or less. Are you okay? I asked. You sound rough. You woke me up. Ah, damn it! I didn't mean to wake you up. Oh, I said, sorry, what time zone are you in? Same as you, she said, or close to it. I haven't gotten far. Have you any idea how expensive it is to bribe people? Some idea, yes, I said. Chrissy has her Modicon, but it's not like yours. It's like a daddy long legs to a tarantula. No, a daddy long legs to a tassy devil. Oh, hell no. Oh, God. I'm beginning to think no Modicon will ever be like Moti. I can check on Chrissy for you if you like. I'll do that. Thank you, Cher said and gave me your daughter's phone number. I called Chrissy immediately and had a very brief conversation before hanging up so she and Sharon could talk to each other. I have spoken to Mr. Etienne and he will meet us at Istanbul's Central Station. Fantastic, I said. Well done, Moti. Yes! Yes! I listened to Yumi's soft breath, determined to protect him from harm. Oh, God. We got a child to watch after. I can't be getting kidnapped anymore. I gotta be very careful. Moti, I said, do you know of anyone else who is worthy to be the sacrifice? Any adult? Not yet, teacher. Mr. How do I say that? Nye of Cusco was a willing sacrifice, but he was not worthy. Who's Mr. Nye? I asked. Mr. Ye was Sharon's historian friend. Oh, I have drawn certain conclusions from the news reports about his death. He's dead? It was hard to think about a real person being killed as a blood sacrifice. It was even harder to think that a man gave his life for nothing. I sighed, wondering if Sharon knew what her friend had chosen to do. Is that why he was rushing ahead of everybody, holding the thing above his head? Saying that he's ready, he's worthy? Like, is that... Penny emerged from the bathroom, fully dressed, but still rubbing her wet hair with a towel. This is the life, she said with a rueful smile. Keep the conversation as light as possible. Tell her about Etienne. Tell her about Etienne. Go ahead. We might as well tell her. I've arranged for a friend of mine to meet us in Istanbul, I told her. Is that alright? She hung up her towel and twisted a ring on her finger, remaining standing by the window and unconsciously adjusting her stance for the train's rhythm. Do you trust them? With my life, I said, literally. Yeah, I do. With Yumi's life, she asked. Yes, I said without hesitation. Well, she sighed, Yumi likes you. That counts for a lot. Yumi mumbled in his sleep and covered his face with his hands. His mumble turned to anguished shouts in Arabic, and he tugged at his own hair. What is... Shall I have Moti play peaceful music? It can't hurt, she said, and went and sat on Yumi's bed, gently patting his back as if he was an infant. He calmed momentarily and then screamed outright and sat bolt upright, smashing his head against the top bunk. Oh! His eyes were wide, looking unnaturally large for his narrow face. It took him several long moments to recognize me, although he instinctively pressed his body against Penny's side. His head was bleeding, but Penny and I didn't dare to comment on it. The sun is going out one more time, he said in a voice still hoarse with sleep. This time it won't come back. Oh, hell no. This is the kid that knew exactly what the hell was gonna happen. We gotta hurry. We have to hurry. It's okay, Yumi, Penny said gently. Someone will find a way. It will be okay. The sun will vanish the same day as the southern hemisphere's winter solstice, he said, then promptly laid down and went back to sleep. Uh-oh, the winter solstice. Uh-oh. This time he slept peacefully. Penny gently washed his forehead clean of blood and put a band-aid on him. Oh, God. Did he just make another prophecy? I think so, yes, she said. She sat down, facing me. What do we do with this information? I tried to think through the implications of telling the world that our days were numbered, literally. Closing my eyes, I saw mass panic and riots, hoarding, fighting, more government collapsing, mass migration, and war. God, we keep it secret, I said at the same time as Penny said. We put it online. I laughed. Penny didn't. Do I want to tell them? Could I tell my boss first? Because I believe Dolores is my boss. But I'm gonna end it right here because it's already too close to time. So I'll see you guys in the next one. And bye.